Hello everyone, and thank you and welcome to Coco for Disney. If you're new, my name is Coco and I am the one who's Coco for Disney. If you're returning, thank you so much for coming back. I really enjoy sharing the things that we collect Disney and all Disney things. So today, one of the collections I want to talk about that I have been collecting for a long time are Disney pens. So Disney pens are throughout all the parks. They are on Shop Disney. They are, if you're D23 member, they have special D23. And right now there was a special pen, I think it's called One Family pen event that was going on in Disney as well. If you're a movie club member, you have the opportunity to get some different pens. There's just so many, DVC club, there are just so many places to collect these pens and all kinds of pens out there, thousands and thousands of pens. I first started collecting them when I and my kids started going to soccer events at Disney for them. We were walking into a Wide World of Sports and there was a cart sitting there, and we walked past the cart and we're like, what is that? And it was pens. And I thought, oh no, we don't want pens. Well, yes, before we left that event that week, we were collecting pens. My kids love doing it. It's a fun thing to do in the park. Cast members have on lanyards. There's pen boards. So it's events that can happen also within the park. You can trade with other people. There's sometimes people who have books and books or boards and boards of pens to collect, and you get to sit and visit with them and ask them about the pens. There are so many people who know so much about the pens. I know very little about the pens. I just know I like to collect them. And the ones I was most impressed with were the Disneyland Paris pens. They are beautiful, gorgeous, detailed. I'm not saying that our parks don't do a great job of it, but these pens were beautiful. These are pens that are adorable and cute, and I'll show you the first one that I got. And of course, all my pens from Disneyland Paris are Aurora. So this was the animator series. Look how cute. It's all the princesses that are drawn, and they're drawn as they would have been if they were a little girl. So darling cute. And she had Belle. There is another there's another pin like her in the animator series that I do want to get. I'm not too good at showing these. This is the back. I'm not great at focusing this. I'm trying my best, but you will see these pens in the end all together where you'll be able to see those better. But that is Briar Rose as the animator series. And again, this was your backard. And there's princesses, there's Belle, there's Rapunzel, there's Cinderella. It would be great to collect those. The next pin I have, so all the next pins that I'm going to show you, I got 5 in total from Jeremy. They have the same placard, so I'll show this placard once. And this is an iconic pin. The dress, the fairies are turning it blue and pink. And then there is the back of the pen. Again, I don't know how well I'm being able to show you this. I don't know if this helps or not, but just a gorgeous pen, fun scene. Been quite a few things made up after that pen. There's a Loungefly that I think is called Make It Blue, Make It Pink. This one, again, another iconic scene where the woodland creatures that are Aurora's friends steal Prince Philip's cape, boots, and hat. And again, there's the back of that pen. Kind of interesting. You'll see numbers sometimes on the back of some of these pens that give you a view of what, how many pens that were made, if it's a limited series. But these Disneyland Paris pins are just exquisitely made, so detailed. And again, you'll see these better, and they'll focus a little bit better with another shot that I'll show you in the end. Again, there's the back, the waffling. That is important. Some of these backs are rose gold or gold. And the last and final pin I had gotten was this one, my favorite dress that she wears, Briar Rose. Her little feet, her little hands, she's holding her basket. I don't know if you can see that very well. And then again, there's the back. But those are just beautiful pins. I do have a lot of my artwork, or a lot of my pins shown and displayed as artwork. I'll explain that a little bit more further in the video here. I'm showing you one of the pins that I do get from the movie club. Sometimes this is how pins will come. They will come on a special black backer card. This is one from the movie club. It is little Mickey as the sorcerer from Fantasia. And if you look on the back, it does give you a little bit of information about that. I believe this one is a Disney Fantastic 2000 VIP pen. And it has the signature. It states that it's the movie club here. So those are, again, another type of special pin. There's series, there's puzzle series, the blind boxes, even in the parks, are a lot of fun. I collected the little, I believe they were the Russian dolls blind collection that you can only get in the park. But there are these pins that are available that are with sellers on eBay and Mercari, which are fun to get into. But pins are just so much fun and so much fun to do. And as of right now, I have all but one piece. So I do have a special shadow box already for that, and hopefully I can get that base piece that's left in that series. Isn't that just such a, the pieces are really large on this pin, and she showed that. There's quite a few movable. This is a spinner. The White Rabbit is a spinner, and then Alice in Wonderland also moves back and forth. So quite a remarkable pin. That will be one I like to show. So I decided to try my hand at the Hercules. As you can tell, I only have 4, but I only have 2 to go. I believe Hercules and this Muse. And then I'll have that complete and be able to set that up. And it's kind of fun because it, always not getting the complete set your first go around, or however many rounds it takes you is kind of fun, because then you have traders and you get out there and communicate with people and see if they need a pin that you might already have. Just to show you one of my sets I really love. I believe this was the Russian dolls. These blind pins you could only get in the parks. I loved this. Doing this inside the parks with my grandchildren was a lot. My daughter was a lot of fun. I think you start out with Snow White. These are all the princesses here. And you can kind of guess each one, and that's kind of what's fun about it. And then as you get down to the bottom, you have the 3 fairies, with Princess Aurora being on that row. And then you have Tink and Alice, and then you have Elsa and Anna. So that was a really fun set to collect. I collected the 3 fairies, of course, and then did that little box, which I thought made him really cute. And then there was a flare set that was in the Disney parks as well. And I just thought that was a cute set. Kind of a goal setting pen set there. And of course the larger board that you guys see in my background. And this set is very, very old. Probably one of the first pin sets collected. All the princesses spelling out Disney. And then of course the 50th pins that I've showed you earlier in the background. So these are just some of the things, these are the tools that I use to try to make pin boards, some that I like. Over here is the foam board that I use. I usually use tacky glue and use some X-Acto cutters with ruler. I'll use a foam cork board. And then these over here are pieces of felt that I cover. I try to use the black foam board for most of the time and then cover it with the felt so you don't see all the pinnings. And then for some boards, I'll just use the cork foam, the thicker cork foam that you get at Michael's or Hobby Lobby, any hobby shop. And then this is an unfinished shadow box that I'm working on right now. I'm just going to paste some foam board, and I believe I'm going to use the cork board on this one. I'll just paste that foam board to the backing of that shadow box. And then this is a finished product. I have the black foam board with the felt over that. I believe I'm going to use, if I can collect the Alice teacup as Simone's World does, I'll put that in there. This was just a little board I got at Target. I think it was the $3 and the dollar item, the spot dollar item. It was just a little frame, just a little frame with a little ghost, the whole ghost. But then I took the black foam board and the black felt, sized it, and then glued it in there pretty strongly so I can put some Halloween pins on that one. And this one I also love. I got this little frame from Michael's. Just one of the more expensive little frames that are unfinished. Has the little beads for the handle. And I did the same thing. I just took the foam board and the felt and then put that. So you'll see a few of my pens that are going to be on these, especially this one for Halloween. And then these are some of the other boards. This board I'd gotten at Michael's. It was on the clearance rack. It's a pretty big board too. I'm going to do the Aurora and Maleficent on that board, half it up. And then this board I'd gotten at Home Goods, as well as this board right here. This one is an opening, and I think I have one that I'll be showing you that opens. So it protects. I'll put some special pins in there to protect the dust from getting to them. And as you can see, that one was only $16.99. That is a shadow box. Or if you get shadow boxes that are new at Hobby Lobby or at Michael's, sometimes those run pretty expensive. Always make sure to look for their buy one, get one free or buy one, get one 50% off. This one I really love too. I already have one hanging up that you've seen in my background. And then there's the big big cork foam board that I use on those boards that I'll cut out. Just a little showing of what I do, what I'm enjoying doing, because I really like to display those pins as art. Great memories. We have bags, collector bags, probably about 4 of those full of pens. It's just something we really enjoy doing in the parks, and you can sit and talk with people about. So I am hoping that you enjoyed this video and that you enjoyed the collection. I'm hoping you'll come back and visit Coco for Disney again and sit with me and look at more collections. I just really, truly love being here and conversing with people in the chat or leaving comments. So if you do get a chance to leave a comment, that would be great. I'll make sure that I answer you. Thanks again. And as they say in the parks, have a magical day. Bye now.